Hi and welcome to Dave's Classic Collectibles. Today we're going to do our second video on the Australian cars, the collection, the 143 scales. Today we're going to do issue 5 to 8. So let's go out in the garage and have a look at these four models. Before we start this review, if you'd like to see everything that comes with these models, go back to our first video on it, which is issue 1 to issue 4, and that'll show you everything that you actually get. So here's issue 5, 6, 7 and 8 of the Australian Cars, the Collection by IXO Models. The first car for issue 5 is the XY GTHO Phase 3. Issue 6 is the Valiant S Chrysler. Issue 7 is the GTHO Phase 4. And issue 8 is the HJ Sandman panel van. As with all of these models, they come with a 16-page glossy colour magazine. The magazine quality is fantastic. Good pages, nice and thick, lovely and crisp. Smell awesome when you open it up, and has loads of information and also some original specs about these models. As we said in our previous video, the quality of these models is pretty much going to be the same, as they're all made by IXO Models. But I have to say, as the series starts to go on, the quality does seem to be a little bit better. In regards to the paint, I can't see any real imperfections in these models. All the stripes are painted on, not decals. The XA is fantastic because I don't believe a 143 Phase 4 has been done in that colour, only in the green, which was a Trax. So that's a first release, so that's good, particularly if you want to collect your HO Falcons. Historically, these models look great and really do represent what they were like in the 60s and 70s of the actual cars on the road. So the colours are correct. All the accessories that are on the car are really good in features. The good improvement with the panel van on this one is it actually does have the orange indicators, where the previous Holden as the HK, the first release, didn't have that. So little touches that are getting a little bit better. As I said, some of the quality was looking a little bit better as the models go through, which is really nice. Interiors are all there, as you can see, clear windows. They're okay for what they are. They're definitely not as good as an Auto Art, but then again, as we've touched before, value for money, you cannot beat it. The fins, the sharp fins on the rear of the boot or back end of the Valiant are fantastic, nice and sharp, look really, really good. The red wall tyres looks lovely, and a really nice touch, back to period correct, definitely for the time of the car. And even just some nice little things now where you're getting the chrome petrol cap on the XA, so a couple of little things a bit nicer on this. All these cars have got mirrors except the Valiant. They would have been probably an option back in those days, but nice with the XA having the dual. Also the HJ panel van having the nice chrome touch there on the revision mirrors. So definitely, yeah, some improvement in these models, which is quite nice. Underneath, the base is still very, very plain. So not as high detail as some of the other models, say the Auto Art, but as we've said, for value for money, you cannot beat it. As we said in the previous video, these aren't numbered, so they can build as many as they like. There are rumours circulating that they will build more. The XA sold out very, very quickly, as it would also the first release in that colour. The panel van as well, and the XY. Funnily enough, the Valiant is still around. I actually was at the local newsagent the other day and he still had Valiants there. So it's going to be interesting to see actually what happens with this collection, because if everyone takes the subscribe section, you get all 60 cars. But now a little bit of talk going around, people are just going to start taking ones or twos or the certain models that they wish to collect, not the whole 60. So it'll be interesting to see how that fares out in the future with this collection. Price, they're fantastic. They're $25, as we said before. If you subscribe, they come to $60.90 for the two cars, but say $25.45 if you want to be that far. But the cars also are delivered to you and you're guaranteed the car, where you may miss out at your newsagent. And also with the subscription, as we said in the previous video, there are some really, really goodies, and probably that the second freebie that you get, that VK police car, is probably my favorite at this point. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed our second video on Australian cars, the collection. This was issue 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now, that's the first 8 now that we've done. 1 to 4 was done on our first one, so you can go back on my channel and have a look at that. If one of those 8 cars is your favourite, please leave us a comment down below, or something that you do like. Also, please subscribe to the channel. That would be great. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. Happy collecting.